live and in action.
Hey y'all.
Happy February 13th. Happy Love Month, everybody.
Yes.
This was definitely a sporadic live
Yes.
and chatted it up because February 14th is tomorrow, and I need to know if my sisters is single out here, but not. I want to provide them some date ideas, some things. Really, your podcast really kind of made me think about it, which I really did want to do solo dates. I wanted to do a. My life is just hectic right now, so I
hmm
didn't have time to get it out. So I'm taking a break. But when I seen your thing, I was like, oh snaps! Like this is really good. Like how you were talking about like enjoying your singleness like that. I was like, okay, well, I need people yourself, have fun, learn yourself. How you were saying, like you need to learn yourself. You need to know. Now I think I do know myself, but anyway. I was like, oh, I think solo date night idea would be great and stuff like that. So thanks for joining me tonight
Yeah.
on this live. I meant to say impromptu live. That's what I meant to say earlier.
Yeah, I know, right? It
This is
was like real
crazy.
spur of the moment.
Yes, I feel like look, I'm learning myself. I feel like I'm very spontaneous, and we can get into talking to about like dating and stuff like that. But I was talking to my friend last night, and I was like, am I spontaneous? Like, do I like to plan or whatever? She's like, no, you're very spontaneous, and I was like, but I feel like I'm
Really?
a planner. Yeah, you don't feel like
I feel like you're
I'm a
what's the word? I feel because when we were hanging out at Jenny's ice cream, I broke it down. I was like, I feel like you're adventurous, but not
mm,
quite as spontaneous. Not to say you're like boring and do you hear playback? What is the thing?
what'd you say?
No, I was wondering if you were hearing like playback and if it was just me.
I am. I'm kind of hearing like feedback when you was like doing it right then.
Okay, what about now? Is it better?
Mm-mm.
That's weird.
Oh no no no! It is better. It's
Okay.
better. It's better.
Okay.
I was saying like no, I don't hear anything.
Okay. But yeah, so when we
Are you on your computer or something?
no, I had it up against my computer, but I kind of moved it a little bit.
Okay.
I don't
Shout out to who's ever on here. Thanks for liking it. Let us know in the comments who you are. And are you single?
I don't even know if they still here. Are you
I know
still
I'm
here?
trying to see the chat, but I can't even see the chat. But hopefully it works out. Oh, they left, but they liked it, so hopefully they come back.
Oh, okay. All right. Hold on. I'm trying to prop it up right. But yeah, so I would say you're like somewhat spontaneous. Like you have spontaneity in you, but
Uh huh.
you're so like about your business that when I think of spontaneous, it's like someone who's just like, woo, like, just like
Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't know if I'm spontaneous, but I will be like, oh, you want to do something today? Like, I guess that's not really. I guess it is spontaneous, but I feel
mm,
like I do like to plan. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do something, do this, but also I am like, oh, I could go and do this, I could do that. Or like, if you tell me something like, oh, hey, and if you tell me and I'm like you said, I'm about my business. Period. If you tell me and I don't have nothing to do, I definitely will go.
yeah,
And that's why I
yeah,
feel like it's kind of hard because I feel like in a sense though, I guess I am spontaneous. I would just be like, I call it go with the flow. I guess it needs to be called spontaneous. But I'm like, okay, I'll
yeah.
go here, I'll go do this, whatever. Like, I'm not like, oh, it has to be planned or something like that. But
Mm,
like, if you say like, okay, we're gonna do this thing at 6 o'clock, I'm like, okay, well, let's do this at 6 o'clock. I'm a
yeah,
like that. Like, okay, now you said this time. Now let's make sure this time's going because I am doing something else, or try to plan around that to make sure I can make that other thing. Like that's
yeah.
something like when I went to your house, I was like, "Whoo, I have to go here, then I gotta go here."
I
Like,
know you be booked and busy.
like that was the plan, and so that's why I was just like, "Oh my goodness." So I'm like, I don't know, I just have stuff planned a lot, but I guess I can be kind of
Mm.
spontaneous and maybe like, "Oh, I want to go here, I want to do this, I want to do that." So that's why I
I
feel
think
like
I'm
I
kind
need
of
a
the
plan.
same.
Hmm.
I was saying I think I'm kind of the same. Like I don't need everything to be planned. I do need it to be more planned now than before I had Christian, but I do like spur of the moment stuff as well. So it just depends though.
Yeah, so I'm like, do I want me a spontaneous man? I don't know if I could do a planner.
I need a planner because these men barely be trying to plan as it is. I need you to plan. I need you to plan. I need you to
But
plan, okay? Because when's the last time you dated a guy that actually had a plan? Like a man with a plan. Like I'm gonna pick you up.
right now. That's why I said I think I need spontaneous.
Oh, really? Wait a minute. You dated somebody?
I don't even put myself on pressure. I don't know if he listening to my YouTube channel or
Wait
whatever.
a minute. We don't have to have an offline conversation because it's news to me. I'm like, wait a minute.
I keep myself low key, you know what I'm saying? Okay. But but no, he is a planner, so that's what made me think about it. Cause I was like, oh, like, do you want to go here or something like that? But no, he's like a planner, and so he'll be like, he'll call me, he'll be like, oh, hey, like, are we still going here? Are we still doing this time? Whatever. So he is really a planner. I didn't
Wow.
think too much into it. I do like plans and stuff like that, but I'm like, I'm also, I guess I am also spontaneous. Like, okay, if you said we're gonna do this here, we're gonna do that,
Mm.
whatever. But also, it's like, I guess me, I'm a spur of the moment. I don't plan anything. And I think he said you don't plan stuff. Well, no, because I was like, okay, you want to go do this? Okay, boom, let's go do this. So then that made me think.
Finally.
That made me think about, like, okay, am I a planner, or am I spontaneous, or like, what is it that I really like to do? And so I do. I guess I think about spontaneity a little bit because how we're talking about solo dates. So
Mm.
I did get a new job, and as you already know, I'm moving, so I can't
Yeah.
do that. But when I got my new job, when I signed my offer letter, I was like driving. I got off work early, and I was like, I'm gonna take myself out on a solo day. So like
Yeah.
literally, like right in that moment, I was like, oh my gosh, I got off work early. I'm gonna take myself. I'm gonna go and get myself dinner. That wasn't planned. I didn't
Yeah.
think about that all day. I was literally just like in the car, and I was like, I'm gonna
Mm.
go take myself out to dinner. So
Yeah.
then,
I
when I
feel
think
that.
back on that, I'm like, oh, maybe I am a little spontaneous.
I think it's healthy to have a little of both because I'm like that. I'll be like, I'm gonna just go sit down and eat here or do this or do that.
Mhm.
But I feel like if it's a certain amount of money involved or a certain amount of time involved, then I need to then I need to plan. Like, give me a minute. Let me
Yeah, and then I think about it because I'm like, I probably would do it more, but I don't got that much money. So I'm like, I feel like I balance it out a little bit though, because I'm not like every day. I'm not like, oh, let me take myself to eat. Oh, let me do this. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
really like that. Like, oh, let me go out to eat by myself because I'm like, the stuff gets expensive. But when I think about it, I'm like, oh, okay. Or like, if something pops up, like, oh, I'll go to an event. Like, if I really want to, I'm like, oh, I'll go to the event. I'll go hang out. Like, I don't really have to have it planned. Like how I was saying, I didn't get to go to that event because I was
Mm.
sick. But how we were talking about me interviewing you and stuff like that. Hoocha, I got to do 2 interviews that time. But I was like, oh, this event is coming up. I really want to go. And that was like 2 days later or something like that. So I don't really feel like I have to
Yeah.
plan too much unless it be like really, really, really like the galas and the formal
Yeah.
things. I'm like, okay, I need a little bit of time. But no, but I feel like that's also fun too. It's like we're such on schedule. Well, if you're 9 to 5, you're kind of such on schedule all the time. It's like you go to work 9 to 5, you get up. And like you get up, you go to work, you drive. It's like, okay, let's just have like some like spontaneity. Like, oh, let me just go wake up
Yeah.
and do this. Like, let me just go wake up and do that. Like, why do we have to stick to such a strict schedule in
Yeah.
life? And I guess that does help people with discipline. That I wouldn't say that really helps me with discipline. I do kind of have a schedule, but like I'm still disciplined. Like whenever I
Mm.
put my mind to it, I don't think that I have to have a schedule to be disciplined. It might help a little bit
That
more.
part.
Thank you for liking. If you are in the chat,
Yeah.
I do see y'all. Please say something. Say hi. Say what's up.
See, for me, because I work for myself, my whole life is spontaneous. So, but I do
Mhm.
thrive like that. I feel like when I'm too boxed in, I feel stifled. So I have enough self discipline and I'm enough of a self starter to structure my own life, even in the midst of the chaos.
Mhm.
But I do like
Yeah,
to have
self
the freedom.
starter. I like that.
Mhm. So I do like to have the freedom to dance to the beat of my own drum because I don't need someone to be like, okay, you have to be here at this time. You can't clock out till that time. You got to do this.
Mhm.
But it would be nice, as far as like just the dating part, having a guy who's a planner. Because I'm
Mhm.
usually the organized one. Like
You
most of the
usually do
dudes,
what?
I'm the planner in relationships or dating. But most of the
Mhm.
dudes that I date, they not planning nothing. Like they just like, okay, what we like, I'm popping up, or they might
And I
plan.
wouldn't say that, and I would say like I like that he's like a planner, but I do be giving my ideas in there too. But I will say that as we're talking about relationships, so they it might we might venture off because we just be talking. But what I say is when I am like, if I say I'm interested in dude, if I'm saying I'm talking, that is one thing that I notice. Like, can you plan? Are you a leader? Like, I look at
Mm,
stuff like that. So if you're not planning, if you're not talking, because I could do it all day long. True, like women are planners, whatever. I could do it all day long. I can plan, but I want to see how you plan, how you lead. Like, do you have
yeah,
suggestions? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Like, I want to see where you're at, and I want to try to gauge you. and then I'll be able to come because I don't want to come in like, oh yeah, I'm planning here, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, because then it also shows the dude like you got to step up for real. And if you want to hang
Yeah.
out with me, you got to plan something.
Okay, that part.
Because
That's
I'm doing
important.
all this and that, but like if I start off doing it the whole time, then he's never going to plan anything, and that's why I'm
Mhm.
doing something now.
Yeah, like seriously though, but that's good. So I'm like, kudos to him because we love it.
Oh
The
yeah, he's a
girls love
planner.
it.
Hmm.
The girls love it. So these solo days, let's at least touch on the topic while we brought everyone here.
Yes,
So
yes,
we,
yes.
you know,
Solo
we're
days
just
because
gonna be talking
we
about
is
anything.
a single. But of course, like I feel like people should love on themselves, and I feel like solo dates are important. How you were saying that you can get to know yourself and different things like that. So if you do have any suggestions, what would you suggest someone to do for a solo date, or what has been your most fun solo date?
So shameless plug real quick, my new podcast drop. The podcast that Alicia's talking about is For My Sisters with Dell podcast. It's on all streaming platforms and the videos on my YouTube channel, this channel right here, Daily Dell. So check it out. But first episode dropped today. But I think my favorite solo dates are like one, I love driving and I love traveling. So like a road trip, pick a city that's not too far, or I mean, how far you want to drive, and just book a hotel for for the weekend and just like get room service. If they have a spa there, go to the spa, get dressed up, go to a nice restaurant. So I would say like a road trip. Even if you want to do like a local spa day, I like those. But like give yourself the works, like a massage, the mani pedi. If they have like the I don't know, like a mud bath or whatever, like whatever
Hmm.
you can do that. Um, I would say going to the bar at a high class restaurant because that's where you meet, like, that's where conversations happen. Because when you go out to eat by yourself, you're at a table, like, the likelihood, and this is if you're trying to meet a guy. If you're not trying to meet a guy, then just sit at the table,
You gotta be
But
at the table.
if you're trying to meet a guy,
Table for one, please.
and you're at the bar at a high class restaurant or whatever, then that's where the conversations happen because people are constantly like, oh, well, that looks nice. What's that meal? Or, where are you from? Or whatever. So it kind of like leaves you available for conversation without looking too like
Hmm.
obvious,
My friends
like,
be saying that I've never tried to go to a bar and just like sit at it, like sit
really?
at the bar.
Because you don't even
Mm.
have to order a drink. You can eat at the bar.
Yeah, no, no, I never really did that. Like, oh, let me go try to eat at the bar one time, but it was like this one time I did it, but it's like this small bar, and it was like at a Japanese restaurant. That's the only time I did that. But I haven't really went to like a restaurant. I'm like, oh, let me sit at the bar. Like, I be thinking about it, but I don't know. But maybe I'll try that more this year. I don't really know, but I
Yeah,
cannot wait. I wanted to do a staycation in Atlanta, but Atlanta's just too expensive. But when I move to my new city, I'm gonna do
yeah.
like a weekend staycation and like a celebration. Like, oh my gosh, like, woo!
That's gonna be amazing. Like, there's
Hmm.
nothing like, hey Maya, hey sis.
Hi.
There's nothing like a staycation. So I would also say like what's another one? I honestly like museums and stuff like that. So I would say a museum is a nice solo date. Like it's all about what you want to do. What I don't really care for is the movies because I mean you could, but I feel like why do that for like a fancy date? That would probably be more of a casual day or spur of the moment. But
Mhm.
I wouldn't like go bowling by myself, like
I
like
thought
things
about
like
that. I was like, I don't think I would go bowling by myself either. Like, I do like to go bowling and like with people and stuff like that, but I don't think I would go bowling by myself.
it would be weird because you'll be the only
Like,
one that won.
you are you're beating nobody. You're winning yourself. So.
Exactly. So I definitely, but yeah, my favorite to be a trip or staycation, a
Hmm.
spa day, um, probably like a nice concert, a bar area of a nice restaurant because you want quality people with the money talking to you. So,
Period.
so yeah, that would be my favorite. Last year for Valentine's Day, I took myself to Mango's Philly restaurant and
Oh, I
I
think I remember.
Yeah, I sat at the bar. They had a DJ playing some fire Afro beats and dance on sofa. And I was just talking with the bartender. Some guys came in. They were talking to me. They left. Another set came in. They were talking to me. And then I met up with my boo thing that I was dating last year. And we
So
hung out. I mean, I had my phone
we're
back.
talking about holidays and you're talking about booze. I just playing. But I was like, last year I actually did a Valentine's Day event. And I was like, you just did have your Valentine's Day event. What made
Mhm.
you switch it? Like, what you didn't want to do, like the ordinary, like dinner and stuff like that. You wanted to just do something like inside or something.
Yeah, because I was thinking about it, and I was like, I took the month of January off from doing events with Single and Save in the City because I was like, I need to recuperate. Because last year I hit the ground running. I was tired, like you
You
know.
did hit the ground
Then
running.
then I thought about it, and I was like, I could get everybody together for a dinner this month, but I'm still filling it out because I'm making some changes in the organization. Nothing too crazy, but I was like, I don't really feel like trying to get people out. Plus, I'm also trying to still promote the getaway because I'm trying to see if that's going to still like be a group trip or if it's going to be in my family. Because either way, I'll be there. But I'm just trying to see. So
Oh, you're going with your family there.
yeah, but it's still I'm still planning for the getaway,
Hmm.
but if it doesn't pan out, then I'm still gonna be there regardless. But I'm already planning next year's getaway, but I'm not gonna drop no gems or nothing yet. But that's gonna be fire. Like next year, I mean this year's gonna be fire, but next year,
Where you
all
going next year?
all I'm gonna say is it's gonna be in a mansion. We're gonna be in a mansion. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, high vibration.
No low vibrational
No low
trips around.
vibration. What you drinking on? Cause it sounds good.
It's just some fruit punch, but it's zero sugar fruit punch because you can't do sugary drinks. So
Okay, cause why do I want to drink my sugar? I really need to eat my sugar. I really need to not be eating
right,
sugar, but
okay,
that's why you see me drinking water.
okay.
I don't like that when they be like calories are in drinks. Not any my calories in
I
my food, so I'm
know,
just gonna drink my
right?
water. Let me
Exactly,
get them
all of
calories up in here.
it. The drinks be fooling you. Like you think,
Yes,
oh, this is
it's
nothing
like no, I
special.
don't want to do that. So yeah, I started doing solo dates. Like I would say last year, I used to actually do some solo dates like in grad school. I really never called it solo dates, but people call them solo dates.
Hmm.
But I just be taking myself out to eat. I would do more, but it costs a little bit of money. But like,
Yeah,
I would even go see like a play. I like play. I like
that's a good idea.
musicals and stuff like that. So I would go to like a theater play, go to a musical,
Hmm.
like a show or something like that. I like
Yeah,
those things, and it's also like you don't have to talk to somebody. And if you're by yourself, oh well, you sit by somebody and y'all can be
yeah.
chatting just because y'all enjoy it. So that can be like something that you
Hmm.
can do.
Or
I
even a
haven't really did
poetry
it.
night,
Hmm?
like a poetry night, like when we went to
Yeah. Oh
poetry
yeah, like
night.
we went like that. I would
Yeah.
go there by myself. My girl, they moving up. They doing a Valentine's Day event
Oh,
now or
really?
whatever. They moved to a different location and everything. Yeah, they like outgrew that spot. And
Wow.
the I ended up interviewing the owner of that place too.
Oh, cool.
He's doing a lot of stuff too. But yeah, so like I like poetry, I like open mic nights, stuff like that. So I'll go to those places by myself. Sometimes the areas be a little bit sketchy, but I will go to the places. Because I like that. I'll even do a paint and sit by myself. I just haven't really done one by
Mm,
myself. Because usually I just like invite friends and stuff like that. But I'll do stuff like that. I feel like that's really calming, that's really fun. And you can go by yourself, you can have a good time.
yeah.
So I feel like I like to do creative stuff, like creative expression stuff by myself. I would go to like if I had the money, I would go to like candle classes and stuff like that. But that all
Yeah.
stuff is expensive and it costs. So I'm switching it now to like if we are on a budget, I was gonna say, I'm gonna suggest some in-house solo
Yes.
dates.
Yes.
So talking about like you can cook yourself a nice dinner, you can just get all your ingredients to do that. Or you can if you have like
Mhm.
a garden bath, you could do a bath night, just like have a
Yeah.
bath night, run a bath night, um, or do
Netflix
a
and chill
bath
by
night, like
yourself.
running your water and like pop a podcast in. If it's millennial thoughts or if it's for my sisters,
Yes.
period. Listen to
Yes.
us. Or you can do like a facial and something like that. Like that doesn't cost you too much.
Mhm.
'Cause we budget friendly around here, okay?
Yes.
Or even if you want like binge watch a new show, like something like that is like something different, a different experience. If you see something on there, you can
Mhm.
go to bed early. This
Okay,
one might
that's a
not be
date night.
fun, but you could go work out. You can work out in your living
Listen.
room.
Okay, like work up a sweat, love on yourself emotionally and physically.
So you can do stuff like that. And even thinking this is not really a solo date, but if you want, you can like change your room environment, like change it, like spruce it up or
Yes.
something like that. and that'll just give you like a new, fresh environment, different things like that. Or
Mhm.
go and get some candles from Bath and Body Works, and just like spray it around, and just have like a candle day kind of thing.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a soul day. My favorite soul day is shopping. When I have
Yes.
some money, I haven't
Shopping.
shopped in a long time, but I like
Listen.
shopping.
Yeah, I love
It's
shopping.
fun.
I
It's
love
fun.
it.
You go do something, but I haven't shopped in a long time. I really need to shop, but maybe looking at my closet and these clothes in front of me, I might not need to be shopping that much anymore. I really
I
try to
really
stop
need to
shopping.
shop.
Y'all talk about being. I was so spoiled in college. I used to shop all the time. I would just be throwing money on clothes, just
What?
throwing money on clothes. Yeah,
Listen.
I used to shop all the time, but now I'm like, okay, I don't got that much money. Let me bring it back. So actually, I'm humble now because I don't even shop that much as I do. Like every time I got paid or whatever, I would like shop, 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 shop
Oh
because I
yeah.
was paying rent. But now I'm like, whoo, let me quit shopping. But then I'm like, oh, I need this, I need that, whatever. But I really want to like change my style up and be cute stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
them boots, I'll be looking at. They be like, influencers. Go to my Like to Know app, girl. That's $82 for a shirt. Bye. I like to know who's paying that.
Okay,
So
right. That's what we like to know.
okay, period. So you can go thrift shopping if you would like to. But yeah, I think shopping is fun. Also like going to like window shopping is cool too, walking around and different things like that, walking around the
Window shopping
areas.
gets me tight. I don't like window shopping like
You know,
that.
like window shopping.
Because then I see all the stuff I want, and then I realize that I can't get it, and now I'm angry. Because it's like, why?
Hmm. Well, I feel like I was window shopping all the time when I was younger, but I couldn't afford nothing. But I was like, oh, that was nice. Oh, that's cute. Oh, okay. Y'all know what the best favorite activity is?
What?
People watching.
Oh, people watching is interesting.
That's free, and that could be a solo day.
Yeah,
You just go to the mall, you just watch, you just look,
yeah.
see what's going on, seeing what's going around. That's what I would be
That's
doing,
very
baby.
interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely here for all of those solo dates. And when you were talking about switching up your style, I feel you because
Hmm.
I'm actually trying to switch up my in-house style. Like I'm trying to have like my house loungewear be like more cute, more presentable because I be looking bummy in the house. Like I be wearing torn up t-shirts sometimes and
You
stuff like
do?
that.
You know
Yeah,
what's
like
one of my
it look
goals
cute.
is to have my own loungewear. I
Yes.
really
Come
want my
on.
own loungewear. I love loungewear. It's so comfy and chic and it's cute.
Yeah.
Love it.
You could just be
I
like chill with it, but still presentable, you know?
I love loungewear. Yeah. Oh, the main one I forgot. I don't personally do this, but like going to go get a massage.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one. And then there's another suggestion I'm looking online. It's called Made with Lemons. They talk about going to a local farmers market. And then they talk about
Mhm.
also getting dolled up, how we're talking about style, and taking your own
Yeah.
pictures because booking a photographer, doing this, doing that, that's a lot. So, get your little 1, 2 in your room or your office or whatever
Yeah.
and take your own pictures.
Yeah, you could take your own pictures. I was even just when you were talking, I was thinking that you could go to like a wine tasting. And
Yes.
you could do that.
Hmm.
There's like apple picking, depending on the time of year. Apple picking. I don't know if that's can you do that
I
year
want
round?
to do that so bad, but I don't know if I feel like that's like late spring, but I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah. 'Cause I do want to do that. I want to do apple picking when
Oh
the
yeah,
time
go to the coffee shop or go the bookstore. And it's so sad because
Yes.
like I really want to do all these things, but I don't have like if I keep doing something every week, I will not be able to pay my rent. So I'm just like I'm glad that Atlanta has all this stuff to do, but when you can't afford it, it's not fun.
It's really expensive here. Like it's crazy. I was literally talking to my friend about that today. I was like, up in DC, like the DMV area, there's a lot of free and cheap stuff to do. So it's just different. When you come down here, it's like you have to pay for everything, like everything. So it's just like
Like
you
there's no
can't
free
catch a break.
museums down here. That you can go see the monuments for free in DC. I'd be at the monuments every day.
Girl, that was you know how many times I took myself out, hung out with friends, had dates, family days. Like that's the spot. You go downtown and you're like, boom, we're good. Like we ain't got
Right,
to
I'm
do
walking, I'm
nothing
chilling.
crazy. You know?
Yeah, and I feel like in Atlanta, like you can even a day, like in a day, like you cannot leave your house and not have already spent $100, like within the weekend, within the day. From
Yes.
valet parking to paying to
Listen,
get into a spot to the food to if you want to go to the event, then you gotta pay to park there. Like you just spending $100 off rip.
and parking is hard because even when we went axe throwing and I got that ticket, I was so irritated because it's like there was. Remember that night when we
Yes,
came
I
home?
do. I try not to bring it up because I feel
Yeah,
so bad about it. But
and
that's
I
not
was
another
just
story. But
like, it's
yeah,
whatever.
And it's like, where do you think they was parking at? It's like, oh, you gotta get then I gotta get a Lyft or Uber down there. Like, it's just
Yeah,
crazy. And
it's a
now
lot.
they're trying to build all this new stuff here. I'm like, baby, I got stag up.
There's no space. They're just building, building, building. So it is a little discouraging in the sense of when you're budgeting and you're like, well, I want to spoil myself. I want to take myself out. And it's like, ooh, with these prices, never
Yeah.
mind. Like,
That's why when I went on that holiday, I took that food and I ate that the next day. I take leftovers home. People are like, I don't do leftovers. Oh, honey, well,
what? People don't do
yeah,
leftovers?
like, well, not like leftovers, but sometimes like people don't take their food home from the restaurant. Oh
I'm
no,
taking my food home.
I'm taking my
Period.
food. That be the people who got that money, and I don't got that money like that because I need that for the
Okay.
next day. But some people don't eat leftovers. I'm like, well, I don't know about you either. I eat leftovers, but sometimes leftovers
Yeah.
not. But I was talking about like taking food home from the restaurant. Another thing that I really want to do, I don't know, I'm not gonna be able to do it before I leave, is a cooking class. This year, I really want to learn how
Oh
to
yeah.
cook more. But I feel like a cooking class would kind of be really cool. And actually, I thought about doing maybe lives or something like that. I don't know if Ari Dawn, she does cooking stuff. But I thought about doing like cooking chats or something like that.
Oh
Like
yeah,
a
that would be
video where
cool.
it's like, okay, y'all, I'm trying this. I'm going to do this. I'm gonna cook this,
Yeah.
cook it, and then try it and do that on YouTube.
Yeah, my mom was actually doing that on her channel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was doing like the live cooking chats or whatever. But then we stopped doing it because she was like, she just prefers to put up the videos.
Uh
But for
huh.
the lives, we gotta have that time to actually sit there and like, But yeah, those are fun though. They're
Yeah, no,
fun.
I'm gonna just be chatting and I'm gonna be cooking and it might not be live. I'm gonna be like, okay, y'all, I'm gonna just have some questions, be talking and doing that, and then I'm gonna post it. I don't think I'm gonna do it live. Because
Oh,
I'm not at
okay.
that point yet. But like I talk about adulting and lifestyle and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, maybe it'd kind of be cool, like cooking. Like I did cook one time, but I forgot. But I was like, oh, maybe I should try to. If I'm gonna try to cook more, maybe I could just like record it because I'm just
Yeah.
always trying to think of different ideas and stuff like that. But I really
Yeah.
like your video thing. I was like, oh, I need to do videos, and I seen that you did StreamYard. I'm like, okay, maybe StreamYard is the go because that's what I need to do. Because I'm like, if I have a camera, I gotta do all this. Like, it's hard to do video like that. So I was like, oh, StreamYard might be a
Yeah.
good way for me to boom upload it and then extract that
Yeah.
audio and keep it moving.
And you could do the video on there too. I just don't upload the video onto like Spotify and stuff. But
Yeah, you
you can
can. That's what
upload
I
the
want to do.
video.
But it was so hard having to figure out how to do that. So I just let it go.
Yeah, I like StreamYard because I was gonna use Riverside FM, but I don't like the way the video comes out. It comes out kind of smushed, like distorted. So
Hmm.
StreamYard is better. It's the goat.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh my gosh, thank y'all for joining this live. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I just feel like during Valentine's Day, like people are like, oh, it's love is for couples, stuff like that. And I'm just like, well, no, you can really just like, take yourself out. Now I don't know if I want to take myself out
Yeah.
on 14 because it's gonna be everybody out there doing whatever they do. But maybe tonight or the past weekend
It might
or
not
this
be that
weekend.
bad depending on where you go though. Depending on the restaurant, it might not be that bad. Because
But it's like what restaurant?
Valentine's
There's
Day,
so many people in Atlanta.
no, but seriously, because last year Valentine's Day was on a Sunday, I believe.
It
And
was.
when we went out, it wasn't that bad.
I thought it was on
Because
a Monday.
was it a Monday?
Well, yeah, because today's on this year's on a Tuesday.
Well, either way, I was out that whole weekend because I took myself out the Saturday. The
Oh
Sunday I
yeah, I
had
was
a
out
date.
that Saturday.
Yeah,
The
I took
Saturday.
myself out that Saturday. The Sunday I had a date, and then the Monday I was working. But a lot of the restaurants weren't jam packed. Like when I was going to pick up orders and stuff, it wasn't jam packed on the actual day of Valentine's Day. So I don't know.
Mhm,
Even when I went on the date the day before, it wasn't that crowded. So
mhm. Yeah, I don't know. Was I'll be like, oh, they be like reservations, this is that, or whatever. So I was like, I don't know if it's gonna be that packed and stuff like that, but we'll see. Um,
yeah.
yeah.
So are you
If you're
doing
just
anything for
coming in,
yourself?
make sure you like it and let us know that you
Yes,
are
like and,
here.
and subscribe. So, are you doing anything for Valentine's Day for yourself, or are you just gonna be like? Because I know you're moving and stuff. So, are you just like, I'm just gonna lay low this year?
Actually, I have a Valentine.
Oh, okay. So y'all like, okay, yes, we're having a whole conversation after this live because I have questions that I'm answering.
I'm crying.
Okay,
Sometimes, so
yeah.
I'm actually going out, but I didn't want to say it because I'm over here talking about solo dates, so I don't want to be a false impersonator.
I mean, hey, like you've been taking yourself out on solo dates for years. Just you can still talk about it.
I know,
Okay,
and I'm
go
like,
ahead.
how, you're like, well, how you know, da, da, da. But I actually am. Yeah, but I'm leaving, so I'm just like, it is what it is.
I know. I still can't believe that, but I feel you.
But
This year, I'm gonna be
I'm out of,
late.
and I said, look, I said, God. Now, how you gonna have me talking to somebody and now I'm about to leave? I've been here this whole time.
Well, this will be the real test. If he stands this test, then my girl might be getting
Yeah,
white.
I don't know about this test, but it's a little
You
hard for this.
sounding so lackluster though.
You said what?
Like, I said, now what you're sounding and looking so lackluster.
But oh my gosh, I'm gonna tell this story on here because it's about, well, it's not really about relationships today, but it's funny though. So TikTok, right? I got a
Hmm.
TikTok. Y'all go follow me, Alieshias Adventures. I'll be over there acting up. So you know that song, that Sweetie song, like "What's your sign? I'm a Cancer,
Yeah.
body built like a dancer." Hey, check that. So she has that song going, and it says like, "What's your soulmate? Like, who's your soulmate?" So it gives like
Mm.
different zodiac signs. Girl, the zodiac sign came and it was like Aries. So I posted it like a month. Well, I did it like actually like last year or whatever, but I'm posting now because my TikTok is just like, it's like no more storage, whatever, whatever. Today, this dude commented and he put an Aries sign on there, and I'm like, what?
Oh, he's
I
trying to
said,
send
hold
you
on,
a
are you
message.
really an Aries? He was like, yeah. He was like, TikTok's doing this thing. I'm like, what? I was like, oh my
Okay.
gosh, that's so crazy. And then I slid in the DMs. I said, oh, and he followed me. I was like, oh, thanks for the follower. He's like, you look good. I'm like, okay, sir.
Let me find out you in these streets pulling them, sis. You pulling them.
But I'm not. But I was
Shit.
like, that is so crazy that literally it got in front of Aries. But I feel like he liked my like video something else or whatever. But I'm like, I look crazy on it. But I hate when people like, you look so good. Like I look like my hair. I think my hair is. I don't even know. Like I look crazy. I was just like, yeah. But I was
That is
like,
hilarious.
because I love me a good Aries man. So I thought that was so funny that I got Aries
That
as
was
my soulmate.
hilarious.
Huh?
Aries men are cool. Aries men are
Yes,
cool.
they provide, baby. They're a little sensitive. Um, but I think they're nice, genuine people. You know, Kadena DeVel's an Aries. You
Oh
know
yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
them. He's an Aries. Oh, I forgot. Dang, no, he's a Pisces. There was some other dude that's an Aries. It's some famous person. I can't think of his name though. He's another dude. He's an Aries. He did his somebody, but I forgot now. But my
Mm.
guy friend, he's an Aries, not this one, like when I went to school. I think he's nice, and I feel like he would provide and stuff like that. So I feel like Aries are good men. I really can't think of the other dude. He's another famous dude. He was dating somebody. But yeah, I feel like Aries men are pretty good. Dang,
Mm.
it's gonna.
Yeah, because
Who
now I'm
is
like,
it?
I want to know who you're talking about.
Famous? You said what?
Now I'm like curious to know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he's a celebrity. I'm about to. Well, Big Sean is the Aries, but that's not who I was talking
Yeah,
about.
that's definitely not it. Not it. No shade to him, but yeah,
You
like
don't like him?
I have my own separate thoughts on that. I mean, it is Black History Month, but I'm not trying to get all blacky black on here because we talking about we talking about love. But yeah, I'm just not.
We are talking about love, but while I figure that out, how do you feel about unconditional love? Do you feel like it's a thing? Do you feel like
No, not with humans. Humans never love you unconditionally because we go into it with conditions. Like I'm not even giving you the time of day unless you meet these conditions. And then when you're in a relationship, it's like we have our if we cross this line out of here. Like the only person giving you unconditional love is God. Period. Everybody else is like I would say close to it might be a parent, but parents do have a breaking point too. I just think that when it's your child, you like it's hard to explain, but I feel like as far as love is concerned, a parent-child love is the closest thing on earth you'll get to God's love for us. Because
Mhm.
even if we thinking about Christian, like even if he did the unthinkable, I'm sitting here and I'm like, would I not love him anymore? No, I still love him. I might be very disappointed. I might have to create some distance depending on what the offense is, but I wouldn't stop loving him. So, but
Mhm.
yeah, romantic love, like boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, nah, that's very conditional. Like,
And yeah, and I was talking to this dude about this or whatever, and he was like, "They're like, oh, it's never gonna be no conditional love. There's not gonna be no unconditional love. I can't with no shot. I'm way too spoiled, and I want everything. Period." But I
period,
was
my
talking to this dude, but I'm like, these dudes are like, I want unconditional love. I want unconditional love, and I'll be like, I don't know if there was ever unconditional love. And even if you think about it back, even if you go back to the past generation, they're like, oh, them women love their man condition. Da, 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 da. No, there was a condition because they couldn't even work. So the condition is they take care of them, they pay them. So it's like you could say unconditional love, like I love you unconditionally. Like my aunt used to say it and stuff like that, no matter what you do, whatever. But it's like I feel like nowadays, like it is conditioned because I'm like, it's under conditions like I love you because this or they be like I just don't want to be loved just for whatever I can do for you. But at the end of the day, I really feel like I feel like relationships are transactional. Like what can you
They
do for me?
are.
What can I do for you? So it's just like
Period.
to be like, oh, um, I want unconditional love. I want like who are you to say you want unconditional love? When then you go back and you say, well, I do make mistakes. I do this, I do that, that. I get that you don't want it to be under conditions, and I'm not saying like break up with someone because they lost their job, but at
Right.
the end of the day, like it's a condition that if we chose this life together, like we're gonna fight, we're gonna work on this, we're gonna do this together. If
Yeah.
you not, what do you say? If you didn't, if you not are following the terms and conditions, this can't be
Yes.
this
Yeah.
approved. So it's like I don't
Exactly.
really know, but I do get it. Like you love your children unconditionally, but yeah, when it comes to romantic partners and stuff like that, they're like, oh, if I do this one thing, then that means that like you won't love me no more. I'll do this one thing. I mean, yeah, but like what they be saying, they always say that love is not enough as well too. Like love is
It's
not
not.
always like it's not enough. So it's like y'all saying like, oh, and then be loud. I want unconditional love. Did your mama give you unconditional love? Did your daddy? Do you know
Thank
what unconditional
you.
love is?
But here's the thing that's the kicker for me. Some of these men that be like, I want unconditional love, I want this, I want that. Let the shoe be on the other foot and they're not doing it. So like if a
Girl, they're
woman
not even staying with a woman if she cheat on
no,
them.
that's what I was about to say. Like, if a man gets cheated on, he's out the door. But a woman,
Gone.
we would be like 9 times out of 10, we'll be like, well, let me think about this. Especially if we really love that guy. Now, if we were with that guy just out of convenience or whatever, that might be a different story. But
Mhm.
it really just depends on what that convenience is. Because if a woman's like in it just for the money and that man is stacked, she don't care. Like it's like as long as you giving me my money, I don't really care. So it really depends on the type of woman, but we give a lot of chances, generally speaking.
And
We
that's why I be like, no BS. And the dudes be like, oh, you're mean. Like, I almost cut this dude off. He's like, dang, like, what? My other friend's like, you're mean, you're mean. Like, no, I take no BS. That's me.
exactly. Oh, Maya said a cooking
Oh,
class
Mike said, I'm
make
not
you
sure
get
if
to
you
meet
ladies mentioned.
people.
Yes, a cooking class. We did. We
Yeah,
did
a
say a
cooking class
cooking
is
class.
definitely good.
Yeah, I feel like cooking class would be really, really great. Yes. And so that's
Yeah,
what I was
so
wondering too. I was thinking about talking about that, like unconditional love and stuff like that. But like, it
I don't think
it
it's
kind of
possible
is
in a romantic
conditional.
sense.
Hmm.
Because we all have our breaking point. Like we all have that one thing or those two things where it's like, okay, if we get to this point, I'm out of here. That's not unconditional. Unconditional is like no matter what. Like I'm here for you. Like I'm never leaving you. Like I love you no matter what. That's only God. Like literally, only God does that. Because we turn our back on him all the time. He's still loving us. So it's just like the relationships, no. Because you're going into it with those conditions. Like you gotta have this job, you gotta look like this, you gotta whatever your preferences are, your standards are, those are your conditions.
That's true. That's true. Whatever the standards are, whatever it is, that's the condition. So
Hmm.
yeah, I'm
So
like,
it's not gonna.
I
I mean,
don't
I
know about
guess he
unconditional
means.
love.
I guess he means he wants someone that's not just with him for his money or whatever. But um, well, in that case,
They always say that,
sure.
and that's true. Like they don't be having no money to be like, oh, I don't want. I don't want nobody to be with for my money. You don't have no money, so how are
What if you
you?
can take the $20 in your bank account and your Jordan? Like,
It's like you don't have no money. Like how do
I
you
was
think?
crying.
Like how do you think that people are getting you for your money and you don't have no
Oh my gosh, the
money?
irrational fears crack me up every single time. I'm like, because they see something happen to Dr. Dre or whoever's like, I don't want something to happen to me. We're
Like
not
Dr. Dre is like a millionaire and you're like a 2000er.
not a 2000.
Like pipe down, sir. Come on.
Different tax bracket, different issues. That's above us. Like we,
Different tax bracket for real, different issues.
oh
Like
man.
what? No, thank you.
But that's real though. That's real. So how do you feel about it? Like, what are some of your deal breakers in a relationship where you're like, if this happens, I'm out of here?
I'm if you cheat on me, I'm out of there.
Mm. Any
Like,
type of cheating, like emotional, physical, any cheating, or just physical, or
so I kind of go back and forth with this because I do know I'm kind of brutal, hard. I don't think I'm that mean, but I feel like definitely like physically cheating is a no. Emotionally of cheating, I'm still not going to accept it, but I feel like it depends. Like if like what are you cheating for? Like what you talking to this girl for? And if he's like, well, we don't talk that much anymore, like I feel like the reasoning for the emotional cheating, I'm like,
mm,
oh, and I do like recognizing this is what I've been told or whatever. Recognizing that I am like an alpha female, like I do be working, I do this. So like sometimes I probably really don't pay attention. Like I'm working, I'm in my zone. And
mm,
I feel like dudes do want a lot of attention. I feel like they do like
mm,
so I feel like if you're emotionally cheating and it could be something that could be resolved, like why are you? Is it because you're not getting enough attention from me? I feel like I would have more of a like a grace, but like
mm,
ultimately like physically cheating is a no. Emotional cheating, it depends. Now, if I feel like I've been doing everything, like then it's gonna be like no, so we're not doing that. Um, and I think another deal breaker if you a liar, but
mm.
also like if you like don't stick to your word. Like if you say you're gonna do something,
Whew.
don't do nothing.
That grinds my gears, girl. I'm getting irritated just thinking about all the times someone told me they're gonna do something and they don't follow through. Like when you made that post on Facebook, I said, "Oh, I gotta share this one right here because this is the truth." Like everybody that knows me, and Maya could attest to this, if she's still here. Like, do not even part your lips to tell me that you're gonna do something if you think you might not be able to. Because I'm very intentional with my words and telling people I'm gonna do something because it's like you're giving them your bond, like your word is your bond, you know. So now they're like planning on you showing up. Now they're hoping on you showing up. Now they're making arrangements, and then you're like, oh no, can't do it, or you just go AWOL. Like, no, I'm good on this one.
My thing is that you on here, I'm asking for help on Facebook, and you like, oh, I help you reach out to me, and then I do, and then you ghost me, or you say you're gonna help me and you don't do it. Don't be over here asking Facebook like you all like concerned about me and you doing this and that. That's why when that girl was like, she was like, "Oh, where are you moving to? Don't worry about where I'm moving to, because you don't be commenting on none of my other stuff until I say I had help."
Right.
So it's like, don't say that you're gonna be like, "Oh, I need help. You need a strategy." Two people did that to me, like, "Oh, I'll help you. I'll help you." Ain't heard nothing from them. Don't tell me you're gonna help me
Mhm.
if you're not gonna help me. I do
That's
not
really
want that.
irritating. I actually cut off a friend of 14 years when I was pregnant because of that. Yeah, because he was like, anything that you need, let me know. Matter of fact, if you need to borrow my car, because this is when I was pregnant and my car had like gave out on me. He
Hmm.
offered. And I was like, okay, you offer. I take you up on the offer. And then you come to me sideways like, oh, why do you need me to help you? This, da, da, da. So I was like, what you're not going to do is talk to me crazy.
She
So
said, "Why you need me to help you?" But ain't that your friend?
thank you. And you offered. Like, I'm asking you to show up for the
You
offer that you gave
offer.
me. And so I definitely had some choice words for him. And then I was like, don't worry about me. You never got to worry about me. And I stand on that to this day. Almost 7 years,
You
have
ain't
not
gonna
said
be
a
here.
thing. And I'm good on that. I will never say anything like, and it's not that I wish him ill will or anything, but there's no, like, why do I need to be your friend? You show me your colors and appeal to me. So I just don't
And
have
he,
time for that.
dude, he probably was like, these were like, well, why isn't I'm her baby daddy? Why isn't da, 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 da? Well,
And I ain't even got the time for it because I definitely have a lot of dirt on him if I wanted to go there. And at this point, I had been there for him in so many ways. And it's like, I was always, and that's the thing that irritated me too, because for many years, I was the friend that was like always helping other people because I was doing the best out of my friends. I had like the highest paying job, I had my own place. And it's not that I was boasting and holding it over them, but I was just in the position to help. So whenever people would need it, I'm like, okay, like, and I'm really big on loyalty. So then when I had a season when the shoe was on the other foot, people started showing their true colors, saying they gonna help, they don't show up, they ghost you, like what happened? So I'm like, cut, cut, cut. Like I ain't got the time for it. Once you show me that, I'm out of here. Like I'm not gonna keep playing with you because you let people play in your face, they're gonna keep playing until something
they
major
gonna keep
happens.
playing, and you're not gonna keep playing in my face. So don't ever
Nope.
comment on myself again.
Nope.
And this is on
So
Facebook, and I met with these people on the app. talk to these people, and it's just like, don't say you're gonna help me if you're not gonna help me.
That
And you were
part.
just really talking to me like, no, but I guess I can give grace because she was planning a wedding or she about to get married. But still, don't say that you're gonna help me
Yeah, just don't say
because
anything.
you're
Like
not.
sometimes people are just too they talk too quick, right? You know?
Yeah, and you can't even help. And I don't like that talking too quick because if I say I'm gonna help you, I'm gonna help you.
Yeah,
And then if I
exactly.
ain't do it, if I can't do it, I'm gonna keep on scrolling past that post.
That
If I
part.
can't do it, I don't have the bandwidth to do it. I'm not about to
Okay.
sit out here lying saying I'm gonna help somebody and I can't help them.
Exactly. So I can't get with that. I feel you on that one.
Yeah, so I do not like that at all. And I can't figure out who the guys that I want to talk about. But Chance the Rapper, he's a Aries.
Oh,
Don't know if
okay.
you like him. Do you like him?
He seems pretty cool. I mean, I never followed him too much in his celebrity career, but he seems cool.
Oh, Ty Dolla Sign is an Aries too. Yeah, I'm really trying to figure. I thought it was an actor, but I can't remember. And I think it's actor,
Mm.
but I'm like, he dated somebody. Um, oh, let me see when this dude is. He like dated somebody, and that's how I knew what he
You
was.
found him?
I I think it was Jacquees. Jacquees.
Oh, Jacquees.
Yeah, because he dated Dreezy. I think Jacquees is like, yes, he's an Aries. I think it's Jacquees.
Okay.
He dated Dreezy. I mean, I don't
Okay.
know what happened behind the scenes, but I like he be gifting her stuff. I feel like he's like a not. No, it's Quavo. Quavo's
Oh,
the
Quavo.
Aries.
But he
I
cheated on Saweetie.
but well, this is before that I knew. Well, this is before, but if you look at their stuff, I feel like Quavo is a loving person. Well, look, this is when I knew him. Um, before all
My
this
view
stuff
of him is
happened.
tainted now.
You said what?
I said now my view of him is tainted because he cheated on Saweetie.
Did he cheat on Sweetie?
Yes, and he was buying her gifts and all this type of stuff. Like basically treating her with money, like throwing money at her. Like, okay, I cheated, but
How do
take
you know
this
he
and this.
was cheating? How do you know he was
Because she
cheating?
said, I think that came out when they broke up or whatever. She was like, it was just a lot of like different stuff, like the different women, the this to that. I mean, Offset was cheating on Cardi. Like, you think
Well, we know
like
that we know also she, but I don't know. Sweetie and them was always together. I thought he treated her nicely. He was like, well, he was gifting her gifts. I don't know if they was them shut up
those
gifts.
were apology gifts. Like, I cheated
Yes,
on you, take this Birkin. Like, just like
yes. So
that's what it was.
I know, but Quavo, I feel like he's so cute. I feel like I like his personality style, and I don't know. When they was dating, I thought he was so cute. I thought he always looked out for her. He was always what she was saying was he was very loving. She was
Mm.
always giving stuff, and then they did this video together. They did like the GQ video together, and
Oh yeah, I saw that.
he like really knew her. Like he really was invested in her. So I'm like, they say everybody cheats, but at least I feel like he actually like he had love in his heart. Like he was nice, he
Mm.
was kind, like he genuinely loved her.
But I don't think every man cheats though. Like, I really don't.
Well, I was saying rappers, you don't think every man cheats?
No, I don't think every man cheats. Now, do a lot of them? We could argue and say, yeah, a lot of them, but not every man cheats.
So what do you think they do? They just look.
Yeah, but looking isn't cheating to me. Like if you, because I'm looking. I'll be the first to point out a nice body to my man. Be like, dang, you see her body? Like I
Yeah,
just
but you're not looking at no other dude because then they're gonna get mad. It was Quavo.
no, I will look, but I'm very open and expressive. So any man
You
that's
would
with me
say if
knows.
you with your man, you would say like, "Oh, hey, he's cute."
Yeah, I've said it before. I'll
And
be
how
like,
does
oh,
your man? How does the dude feel?
they don't really care because I treat my man like a king. So he ain't worried about whoever. Because if you with me, you got to be a
What
king.
does treated like a king mean?
Like I'm that chick. Like I don't know what to say.
Are you
I'm just that
submissive?
chick.
Are you pick me? If I'm, do you feel like you're mean or do you feel like you nice?
I've heard both. I mean, some guys have said I'm mean, but I don't think I'm mean. I just think I'm direct, but I say things with tact. I feel like sometimes people are like, well, I'm just honest, I'm just blunt, but they use it as an excuse to be disrespectful. I'm never like that. I'm never coming at you sideways. Now, if you come at me sideways, let's get ready to rumble. I'm ready to go.
Okay, WWE, is it Raw on Monday night? Okay, are we doing a SmackDown? Which day you want?
But I'm usually coming with a gentleness, about me with a meekness, but direct. Like I'm gonna tell you how I feel, but it's gonna be like with some sugar on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you gotta
And
kind
that's
of
why
like
I feel. I be like, I am not me. I be like, I am so nice. I be thinking I'm so nice because I don't even be trying to say nothing. I just be like, well, I be quiet. I be like, okay. But I be like, okay. I'm like, I don't got nothing to say. They be like, what, huh? I don't got nothing to say because if I say something, it's gonna be
it's gonna
World
go
War Four. So I'm not gonna say nothing. But I be real not like I don't take BS. So I hate when they be like, oh, you mean it's like, no, I don't take BS. Like, what are you doing this for? What are you doing that for? Like,
right. Exactly. Like
I
someone
don't
has
think
to tell
I'm
you.
mean. You just probably don't have them girls that be like, they not gonna deal with that. I'm not gonna deal with that. You said this, you said
Mhm.
this. Like, no, if I don't like what you're saying, I don't. If I don't like what you're saying, I don't really want to talk to you no more. And then they be like,
That part.
you be like, well, why not? Because whatever you saying is not what I'm caring to think about. Like that, I
A
don't
lot of
agree with
people, a lot of people go along to get along. Like they'll deal with it because they really like someone.
and then they'll
But
try to say that that's femininity. No, I'm not going to be listening here looking like I'm dumbfounded. I got a master's degree. I got experience. I got this. I'm going to be over here like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No. I'm over here like, what? What did you just say? I'm not like, yeah, yeah. No. Like, I
no,
am,
it's better to
no
nip it in the
BS.
bud early. Nip it in the bud. But I'm very respectful and tactful in my response. But as far as like how I treat my man, I am supportive. I'm empathetic. Um, like I'm gonna push you to be, but again, not like a drill sergeant, but I'm gonna be like, I really think that you can do better with this, or why don't we look at this or that? Like I would say, and I know I'm gonna sound arrogant, but like really people can vouch for this. Like my
It's going in and out.
M have,
Now
can you
again,
hear
it was
me?
like moving, going now again.
Oh, okay. But there's a reason why all of my exes want to come back to this day. I'm talking guys I've dated since back in high school,
But why don't you
college,
give them
because
another chance?
everything. No, because I don't move
Oh,
backwards, baby. Like I don't.
yeah, but you
We
grew.
moving
You're
forward.
older. They love the girl world.
Yeah, but we're also in different places too. But I can appreciate the fact that they realize, like, wow, like you're a great woman. I don't have a chance. But I know for me going back to them is going to be like basically me just settling for familiarity. There's probably like one or two dudes from my past if they wanted another chance. I'd be like, okay, yeah. But we haven't gotten to that bridge yet. So,
So you're
but
not
for the
crossing.
most part, they're like, I realize how beneficial you were in multiple ways, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, all these things because they all have left me like when we broke up, I left them better, way better than when I found them. Like, and it's not always the fact of like, oh, they were dusty, and then I brushed them off. Like, nothing like that. But it's just like maybe they were just getting complacent in life, and then after me,
But
like,
do you feel
help.
like you hate that because do you feel like you're like the fixer upper girl?
Um, I would say I would have said yes had I not been engaged and had like serious relationships. But I feel like the guys that I broke up with, because all of them I broke up with except for one, they really loved me, but I knew for me, like we're not heading in the same direction. Like, one of us is gonna end up being spiteful so much to the point where you build up resentment. So I'm not saying like we have to be doing the exact same thing, but we should be going in a similar direction. That was basically the problem. It was like the direction just wasn't there, or it was honestly just bad timing. Like there are seasons in life where it's a lot of different things going on, and I need to focus on that, or vice versa. So
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, why do dudes always want to date when they got all this stuff going on? I need you to figure that out first and then come.
yeah, it
But
could
I'm
be a
like, I
lot.
feel like I have the time to date now, but baby, I'm like, I sure don't got the pockets to date. And it is expensive.
Well,
It's like you want to go here, you want to do that. So it's like I don't know, because they be like dating up, dating up. I'm like, I feel like women do have to low key date up because like if you ain't got the money, he
that's
gonna need the
true.
money to
I could
date.
definitely see that. I feel like you guys should be at least in a similar season of life. Somebody's gonna have to have the finances to make the dates happen. Otherwise, it's like you're just gonna always be in the house, and then that's gonna get you feeling some type of way. So, yeah,
That's boring.
that's very boring. And then you're gonna feel like, well, dang, like, do you not want to take me? Like, you're gonna start to feel some type of way. Just like, why are we always in the house watching Netflix? Like, we can't never go nowhere.
But I guess it's because you can't afford anything. But do you feel like that's different when you're married? Like if you're in the house and all y'all do is date night
Yeah, because I
thing.
feel like when you're married, sometimes your priorities shift a lot because now you're bridging two worlds together. You might have more, you're definitely probably going to have more debt. You have children, you got all these things. So, there might be seasons where date night is going to have to be in the house, especially when your kids are really small and you're wanting to be involved. I know for me, I always wanted to be an involved mother. I didn't want to be the type that always had my kid with someone else. Like my kid seeing other people more than he sees you. So I know for me in marriage, I'm gonna be okay with like let's order it and have date night in the house. So yeah, we can go out, turn up, and do different things, but it's just not practical to think that that's always how your life is gonna look when you're married.
Mm. I'm like I see my house every day, so I'm like, let me go somewhere else.
Yeah, like you can go somewhere, you can go somewhere, but you might have to have budget friendly date nights. Like I think
Well,
sometimes
I hope when I get married that I don't have to have a budget.
you're gonna have to have a budget. Even with money, you should be budgeting.
That's not fun.
Fun, you gonna have fun, and then when them bills start getting up, you
No, but
realize.
you have to. I won't be paying them. Thank you, Jesus.
Well, whoever is paying the bills is gonna have to budget
He
because
gonna pay the bills, so then I can spend money on the dates, and there will be no budget.
but you still got to budget. Even with money, you got to know where your money's going. Like budgeting isn't
You do.
bad.
The money will be like going to date night.
You got to keep track of your finances, basically. So budgeting isn't bad. Like I think we
You
get
do
budget
keep
bad.
no, I'm not saying that, but you do keep track of your finances. I'm just saying that if he can pay for the rent or like pay the rent, pay the bills, like I don't want to be like, oh my gosh, I can't afford to go to dinner, can't go to afford to go to this or whatever. So it's like I don't want to have to think about like budgeting. Like I don't want to have to think about that. I can't afford anything. That's what I guess I'm trying to say.
Got you. Well, I get what you're saying, but you're still gonna have like your parameters because you're not gonna be like, oh, we should blow $1,000 on dating. Like you're
You
still
said
gonna have
what?
your things. I said you're still gonna have your things. I gotta move my computer. You're still gonna have your things where you got a budget in a sense. So you gotta know your parameters. So even though you might not be like, oh, I can't afford dinner, you're not just gonna go out there and just blow some K on date night. Like
But you could blow 1K if you're gonna get 1K back the next day.
you could, but that's still your parameter though, because you might have a 1K budget, but you don't have a 15K budget.
Hmm.
So it's just knowing where your money is going. Basically, like budgeting is just that.
Yeah, no, no, I understand it, but I'm just like I don't want it to be like I can't afford it. So if I do want to spend $1,000 on it, I want to be able to say, okay, I have $1,000. If I want to spend 1,500, if I want to spend 300, too, like I want to be able to be like, oh, here you go.
But let's say you meet a guy and you guys get married in the next year. Like, let's just say, or let's say, like, because the thing about life is like you never know what's going to happen. Like, I'm not saying that you're not going to be able to achieve those things, but I'm just saying, like, realistically speaking, most of us are going to have seasons where we have to scale back a little bit. Now, your scale back is different from someone else's scale back, but hard times will come. Like, that's not even a matter of like if it will, they
But
will.
our hard times always have to be financial.
They don't always, but they do more often than not impact your finances because of the stuff happening around you or the stuff attached to the situation. So it's like, for instance, a hard time might have to do with your health, but because now you have to go to the hospital more, maybe you're not able to grind as much. Or maybe like I know for me, for instance, any of the kids that I have, I can't grind as hard because I'm more at risk for preterm labor because of like something with my cervix I had to have surgery with. So that's
For
going
pre
to affect
what labor?
preterm labor,
What's that mean? Oh, having the
like
baby like
when you give birth too early. Yeah.
oh, so you saying
So,
that you can't like work, like you won't be able to work.
yeah. So it's like you save your money
Rihanna, work,
for those
work, work,
things.
work, work.
When she's pregnant again, okay, Super Bowl.
Exactly,
I was
crazy, right?
like, okay, get them babies out the
Like
way.
ASAP, what is you doing? Let that girl heal. But Loki,
He's
I said if
securing her
I'm in my
job.
30s and baby, I need to have my kids back to back to back, just get them all done and have all the patients right there for them. I don't need no
Yeah.
5 and 10 years apart.
You need them 5 or 10 years apart?
I said I don't need them. Not if I'm in
Oh,
my
I was
30s.
like, girl, what?
Yeah. I don't need them 5 or 10 years apart because now people are like, oh, if I have them in my 25 something like that. They're like, I have another one at 30, baby. If I'm getting pregnant at 32, I'm having one 32, 33, blah blah blah. Keep it
Yeah.
going and just finish them.
I'm actually a little upset that Christian's gonna be 7 this year and I haven't had another child. Because I'm just
Oh,
like,
you
I
want
wanted to get
another
them
one?
out. Yeah, I want ideally 2 more, but I really want to be closer. But I had him in a different situation. But Yeah. So it's just
Oh,
like,
you wanted to be closer in age. Well, maybe your next two will be closer in age.
yeah, because I'm
He
gonna be
can
35
help.
this year. So
You said what? And he can help you with them. Do you have an age that you
yeah.
want to have your next kid by?
Well, I'm turning 35 this year, so I'm like, okay, God, like, but even if I don't get married, I think I'll just adopt because honestly, like,
For real?
yeah, because I've always wanted to adopt, and I mean, it would be easier on my body. So I'm just like,
That's good.
we'll
That
see.
could be it. My friend was just telling me how she said her mom met her dad like at 33, and she said she didn't have kids, so she was like 30, 38, 39. So I mean
Oh
it's still
wow.
happening for you. I'm like, yeah, let me live my life, let me have fun, then have my kids. So do you feel like if you don't get married you will adopt, or do you feel like even if you get married you will still adopt?
I feel like I'm gonna adopt either way, but if I don't get married, I'll probably just go ahead and adopt both of them. And if I do get married, I'll probably have one naturally and adopt one, that kind of thing.
Okay, okay, okay. Well, we
So
have definitely went over the solo dates and everything, and I don't want to take too much of your time because I feel
yes.
we've been on here for an hour. I just looked at the time. But this was a great conversation. This was like a podcast episode. But thank
Yes.
y'all for watching this. If you're watching a replay, comment, like, and share. And definitely go check out Rondell's page, Daily Dell, on YouTube. Subscribe to her page and subscribe to mine if you're coming from hers. And check out our podcast. Mine is Millennial Thoughts Podcast. We are on a break right now, but we are coming back strong, okay? And we still have episodes. We have
Yes.
7 episodes. Actually, 7 episodes. 7 seasons, 100 episodes. So go check
Yes.
it out. And go check out For My Sisters. Is it For My Sisters with Rondell?
For my sisters with Dell.
For My Sisters with Dell. I think I've said it all wrong, but I'm gonna say for my sisters, not from my. I don't know why I said from my sisters, but yeah, we wanted to like chat and talk. I really wanted to do a podcast episode, on Instagram, whatever. But I wanted to share and talk to my single ladies because we are talking about. I think I'm gonna do like single diaries or something like that, something kind of fun
Yeah.
on YouTube, and just like uplift and talk because how we say in society relationships are so high, but everybody's not in relationships. So I want to really just have this time and space to chat it up and talk about different things to do if you are single, but you still want to go out and show yourself love and have fun. And hopefully y'all enjoyed this, and we will catch y'all next time whenever we go live,
Yes.
and maybe another impromptu or it might be planned. Thank y'all for joining. Hopefully you have a great night. Thanks for coming on with me, Rondell. Have a
No
great night.
problem.
Do you have a Valentine? I didn't ask you that though. What you doing for?
No, this year's dry. The last 2 years I got spoiled. This year's dry for
Are you
me.
not gonna take it? Why don't you go out with your son?
Well, I'll probably do that in later this month or whatever.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot the circumstances.
Yeah.
What am I saying? My bad. But yeah, okay, okay. We'll chat after.
All
Bye.
right.
Good night, y'all. Let me slide
Bye.
in this. Bye.